Hey loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Winnie Jean. If you're new here and if you're returning, then hey girl, how you doing? Today's video is sponsored by ISEE Hair. They sent me over this 9x6 closure wig. It's the new M-cap construction that I have been obsessed with lately in 18 inches kinky curly. And we're about to get into a deep side part moment today. I'm low-key kind of excited about it. The new M-cap construction comes with a huge lace closure. It's a 9x6 closure, so you have lots of parting space and so many styling options. It also comes with removable combs, which I love because I'm always removing combs and customizing the caps on my wigs. And it's really comfortable to wear. It mimics your hairline and has contours behind the ear. It was really created with wig wearers in mind. There's a removable adjustable strap that you can take out if you want to sew it down because it has that more dome cap construction, and y'all know I like to sew a wig down. So yeah, I've been really loving the M-cap wigs lately, and because it's pre-bleached and pre-plucked, I literally just took it out of the box and popped it on my head, and this is what it looks like so far. My hairline's a little low on the sides, so I typically have to trim a little bit of hair off of the middle to kind of make it match my hairline perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that really quick before we get into the actual install. I'm using my black Even Supreme Hold lace spray, and I'm spraying it onto like the little card my wig cap came on. I like to apply it with the brush when I have time, honey, when I'm really like getting into my install moment. I think you just have a lot more control. I don't end up with spray all over my forehead, and I also feel like it has less of a shiny finish when you don't apply as much product. A more matte finish just looks a lot more natural, and if the lace is gonna be laid, baby, let's go ahead and do what we need to do to assist her to live her best life. So after I applied that product, I'm going in with my melting band just to let that get nice and laid, and now we're gonna go into the actual styling of the hair. So not only did I want a deep side part, I want it to be like curved. I love a good curved part with a good little swoop on the side. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's the look that we're going for today. So I'm taking my rat tail and just playing with the part until it's exactly where I want it to be. And I'm making sure to curve the part along the front of the hairline to help separate out the hair that we'll be using for the baby hair. And I'm also following that curved part around the back of the closure as well, just to make sure that everything looks nice and neat before we go into actually pressing the part into place with my hot comb. I've been going to town with my hot comb lately, and I'm really happy that I'm starting to take the time to actually go in and press out the entire closure slash frontal, whatever I'm installing. It does make a big difference. I usually would just press out the part, and don't get me wrong, if I'm still going for like a super voluminous look, that works because the hair is usually really voluminous when you first get it. So only pressing out the part allows you to keep a little bit of that volume. But when you're going for a laid look where you got to say it 3 times, pressing out all of the hair on the closure is your best bet. It just does something. If you're short for time, maybe just press out a couple of sections around the part, but the more of the closure that you use the hot comb on to kind of get nice and flat, to me lately, the better my installs have been coming out. And I got time today, so I'm going ahead and taking my time and pressing out all of the hair on the closure as much as possible and getting everything laid in place exactly how I want it. Another thing that's been a little bit different with my installs lately is that I've been using my hot comb more, but I've been using less product. So rather than spraying like a holding spray or using a little wax stick, I've literally just been pressing the hair raw, girl. And I've been kind of keeping the product to a minimum. And so far so good. I've really been liking it. I switch it up every now and then, but for right now, that's been my go-to. Now, once we have everything pressed out, you know what time it is. We have to get into this cut. And to be honest, this is one of the most lackluster cuts I've done in a while. I literally trimmed off maybe a ½ inch, if that, girl. I just wanted to kind of clean it up just a teensers. We did not go too crazy. I cut it at a 45-degree angle, starting at about my neck. I didn't want my layers to be too short because his hair is super curly. So when we define the curls, we're gonna lose a little bit of length anyway, and I didn't want to end up with like a little baby bang moment. So I went really light with the layers, just cleaned it up a little bit. And now we're gonna go ahead and get into these baby hairs. Or should I say teenage hairs. We're not gonna go quite grown woman hairs because I will pull it in a minute. It will be swoops galore. So we're gonna go teenager, adolescent, you know what I mean? Not quite a baby, but she ain't quite grown. So on the side with the part, we're going to use the little extra swooped corner to create the baby hairs. And to have a little bit more symmetry, I parted out a similar section on the other side because y'all know I like my hairstyles to be a little wind blow proof, so that way our baby hairs are matching on both sides. I went in with my mini Conair flat irons to give them a little curl, a little head start for the swoops. And I'm trimming the baby hairs using my razor comb instead of my scissors because I wanted to have a really soft beveled bottom. I don't want it to be too like sharp. And then I'm going in with a little bit of the Shea Moisture Curl Mousse, and I'm going to use that to lay down the baby hairs. And for the deep side part swoop, I love to kind of blend the baby hairs with the rest of the hair. So I'm kind of swooping it out and back to create a really nice curve with a baby hair and the rest of the wig blend together. And we're gonna just pop that melting band back on to get everything nice and laid while we get into the rest of the wig. I'm taking a little bit of foundation powder on a small angled brush and just cleaning up the part a little bit and make her pop. And now we need to get the hair nice and juicy so we can define these curls. I thought about just leaving it as is, to be honest. It came out of the package with some really pretty curls, but I felt like it was going to be worth it to kind of add some more product and brush everything through. I was a little lazy, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I honestly could have kept it as is. I really didn't need to define the curls, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's get her done. I'm applying a little bit of that Shea Moisture Curl Mousse on top of the hair first to get everything nice and laid how I want it. I like to apply it around the part and brush everything into place. And then I'm starting to section the hair off into smaller sections so we can make sure that everything is nice and defined all the way through. So I'm sectioning out a smaller section of hair, wetting it down with my continuous spray little spray bottle, and then I'm applying a little bit of that curl mousse. And then I'm brushing everything through with this Cantu detangling brush that I have been in love with lately. Real nice, got it at Target. And so far, this is what the curls are giving. They're nice and defined, nice and juicy. I'm in love with the ISEE hair kinky curly texture. It just looks so good. Wet, dry, fresh out the box, like it gives. I popped a clip in the hair to give it that lift that I like around the front, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side to get the curls nice and defined. And so far, this is what she's given. If it wasn't so cold outside, I would have went outside and just let my hair air dry, went along on my day, but baby, it's cold and I'm not trying to catch a cold in my scalp, okay? If you know, you know. Walking around with wet hair and it's cold outside is kind of crazy. So I'm using my little Chi travel blow dryer and the diffuser attachment to diffuse the hair. It took about 15 minutes. I did it on a low heat setting because I was lazy. The cool setting will give you the best definition, but I don't mind a little bit of frizz, and the low heat setting is a lot faster. And this is the finished look. It is giving. If I would stop flat ironing my hair, this is what it would give. But since I can't put the flat irons down, we're gonna live our full fantasy with the nice wig moments and just get into these curls. They are giving moist, they're giving ringlet, they're giving I've never seen a flat iron. What is heat? Who is she? Okay, absolutely love it. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. All of the information about this wig will be down below in the description bar if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, as well as any coupon codes that I have in my possession, because I want y'all to save as much money as possible, okay? It's coin saving season and I'm here for you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, babes.